Hello, everybody. Welcome to a Friday Night Live show that we do on Fridays. On tonight's episode, anyway, I've got the IJ here on the bench, as you may have seen in the thumbnail photo, whatever you want to call it. My goal is to get this thing wired. You can see we've got some dangly bits that needs to get sorted. But more importantly, I need to get this area figured out. I swapped out the motor and ESC already. In here previously, we had the Hobbywing Outrunner and the Hobbywing ESC. Now, I've been driving these in another rig, and I just wasn't super pumped on it yet. It was just a little bit funky with like the I don't know. It was a little weird. So I was like, I'm going to pull that out. And instead I went to this V3 Holmes Crawlmaster and the 10-pole stubby Crawlmaster. Is that what it's called? I actually I drove that combo in Frank's Rockabilly at Scale Challenge West at Cisco last year. And I really liked it, but I've never owned it myself. So it barely fits in a stubby kit. Like there is a millimeter or less of clearance behind the back of the motor and the front of the VFD. So what KV? Something rips. I went with an 1800 kV, not because I would have gone with the 2300. However, 2300 was unavailable at the time. And while John said that he probably had some, I hate bugging somebody. I just bought it on the website and moved on. So I am running an 1800, which at the same time, I don't feel like I probably should have a bunch of speed in this car because it's a heavy pig. And if I drive it with a lot of speed and a lot of momentum, then you got a good chance of breaking parts. So I'm going to not do that. The transition from fog to regular needs some work. Yeah, it's just a little funky. Big servo. Big energy servo company. If you are using the Crawlmaster Mini V3, then use that 777 brass. We'll see. I've got the new Holmes Pro BEC in here as well, which has enough oomph to drive my servos. And the reason we're talking about servos is we do like a 30-minute member pre-stream before these Friday Night Lives. And one thing about this build is that I've got a raw 500 in here right now, Reef's raw 500. And I've thought about it a handful of times at this point, and I was just like, I don't know if that 500 is enough for me. Well, it's enough. It'll move it, and the raw 500 is just like a solid all-around servo. But I like a lot of steering power, and this truck is getting heavy. So like there's no time more important to have a strong servo. So my thought is swapping out that raw 500, and I grabbed a few servos from my stash to consider. The Smart 900 is it's kind of like one of my all-time favorites. It's just super powerful. It's not direct power, which is my preference. So that Smart 900, a strong competitor. I also have the 1100 Smart 1100 Smart, whichever way you're supposed to say it, which is just like a little bit better. I don't know if I notice a huge difference between the 900 and the 1100, but those two servos are like, I don't feel like I can go wrong with these two. I know them. I like them. They're strong. There's never been one that's let me down. But I also have this brass edition 777. It's direct power, and direct power isn't my favorite. I would rather have non-direct power. But the brass does make sense, being that I just did the gold servo or the gold steering wheel, the gold flake, you know. But this whole time I've been bitching about weight. So why would I do that? Okay, never mind. We've made up our mind. We're not using the 777. Done. So now it's just Smart 900 or Smart 1100. Done. 100% for sure. Use the brass 777. No. I've determined why. The difference is 200 inch ounces. You know what? If you read the box, I don't think that I can agree with you there, because these clowns over there don't put proper units on. It just says ounces. It's 200 ounces different, which that's not how these things are measured. And I will not stop yelling at them about that until they fix their packaging. Brass servo and still lighter than Dan's. Dart, direct power is fine. You don't drive your junk enough to run the battery low. That's not true. When I go drive things, I drive them a lot. It's too heavy. This thing is too heavy. The chassis is already heavy. I got the 2 shift servos in the back. I added all this extra junk anyway. It's too heavy. Why don't you like direct power servos? There's a number of reasons I don't like direct power servos. I don't like the extra complexity. I also don't like the power on them changes as you're driving consistently, rather than a regulated power source always keeping things the exact same. The other thing is that it's peak power is rated at a voltage that you don't actually get to. So you got a 777 rated at 14 volts. Well, a fully charged 3S is 12.6. So you're not getting to that 777 anyway. And you can't run 4S because that's 14.4 nominal, which isn't allowed by that servo. That servo, a 14 volt servo, is not rated for 14.4 nominal. It's like a weird one. And yeah, so I've run a lot of direct power, and I have consistently gone back to I do not prefer direct power. Get a coin, 900 heads, 1100 tails. You know what? That's as scientific as I care to be. You know what? I have a coin in my toolbox here. That was, where is it at? It's a special coin right here. This was given to me in June of 23. Whenever Matt and I did the Porsches, which isn't in here, Chris from Team Garage Hack gave me this coin. Now, technically, it's a coin for something we don't talk about on here, but we've got one side is heads. It's got a head on it. The other side is just some text. So heads is heads, text is tails, right? So what did we say? What is it? Oh, it's on the screen still. 900 heads, 1100 tails. Shit. What was it? I think it was on heads. Was it not? Did anybody catch it? It was on heads, right? It was, I think Phoenix is screwing with me. I'm pretty sure it was heads as well. Heads. Yes. Heads I like. Okay, there it is. Heads it is. I think this coin is copper. It's very heavy. So, yeah, there you go. Yes, heads. Perfect. On end, 50-50. Heads I win, tails you lose. There we go. 900 it is. One of my favorites anyway. Cannot go wrong with that. So VP needs to do challenge coins for TOF. Oh my God, now the coin is too heavy. So BEC, the servo then? Yeah, BEC is already in it. So BEC is right here. I got one of the new Holmes BECs, the little lightweight BECs. So, yeah. Reflip. We're not reflipping. To be fair, I just got here and I have no idea what we're flipping coins about. We were just trying to determine what servo I was going to put in this, since currently I've got the raw 500 and I don't feel like that's enough. So what axles do you use on the Rockabilly build? I use the F10 straights. F10 straights, BTA servo mount, aluminum. It's my preferred setup. I did the one with portals here and then the one with straights here. 100% prefer the straights. Although I think that I would do, if I was building one that was going to be like my trail rig, like I want to convert this one to mullet. I think that's the move. Yeah. God, Tyler. 2 out of 3. Did the special coin from TOF ever show up anywhere? It did not. It never did. When Karina and I were packaging those kits, we specifically remember seeing it get dropped into an optic RTR box. We're like, oh, there it is. Look. But never saw it pop up anywhere. There's a chance, because it happened with those coins, that it like went between the flaps of the box. The person never saw it and threw it away. But for those that haven't heard me talk about it yet, the girls at work, they've started an Instagram page called Girls of VP, girls_of_VP. And I sent them the one photo I have that has the special coin in it. And I was like, you guys can post this when you feel like it. So that is the only way that it's going to get seen now. I was like, you guys can decide when you can post it up. Like, there you go. I had one photo, and yeah, that's yeah. Oh, their video screen. Oh God, it's like 10 years of. Now, I will also say, unfortunately, that video got a decent response for them, and so now they're on this. And today, I think they made me jump harder than I've ever jumped, and I won't ruin it for them, but I scrimped. VP calendar coins. Hopefully they don't catch you full. Dude, how they got me today. Ooh, I swear. Scrimp to scream. Yes. When is the boys of VP coming? We're all individual. We're not as team players. So, Barry G, thank you very much. Just picked up a used Sentin 4x4. Okay, in a deal. Just found a manual for the Sentin 4x4 in my drawer of manuals. I don't remember owning one before. I can't imagine how that happened, Perry. Was your memory at all affected by this? You know, aren't you recovering from a stroke? I didn't think that your memory was failing from any of that though. Cheers to all. Thanks for the content. Hey, thank you very much, too. You're much appreciated. They turn on the air compressor. VP boys. You know, some of the girls pretty good though in their video. I saw a little creepy. Yeah, the Christy she's pretty easy to scare as well. Yeah, just like came up right behind her. What are you doing? having a call somebody immediately. Apparently. I still drive an AX10 Betty from 2007. Do you think I should upgrade or just keep driving the AX10? I mean, the most important thing is like if you're just still like if it's still making you smile as much as it did, like you're good. Like the thing is if you're like getting most of the enjoyment out of just driving it, then like just drive it. If you're like happy looking at it, happy driving it, it's all that matters. Like I have a billion RC cars because I like to build them more than drive them. I don't think that surprises anybody. And I want to constantly build and work on something. The driving I do as well on occasion for fun. But this is the fun part. If I want to keep smiling, I have to keep building new shit. So if you've got that formula dialed, I don't feel like there's probably a reason that you need to buy something new. But like that's all there is. Like if you don't need something new to keep having as much, like just roll. It's a 1,000,000-mile truck scale wise, so I'm going to just keep ripping. Yeah, that's exactly it. Honestly, the only time you like at that point, and it's just your thing and you're enjoying the shit out of it, drive it until you can't find parts for it anymore. And then upgrade and put that thing on the wall. Maybe buy 7 brand new trucks to be sure. Yeah. When will the Origin Classics be back in stock? This is the better question for Brandon. I don't know exactly when. I was told when. I should know when that time is. But unfortunately, I did not retain that information very well, which should surprise you because I'm usually pretty decent with dates. But yeah. If you're not constantly building, I feel like the day is wasted. Yeah, I mean, that's the problem. He's too good at his job. He doesn't know. Hey, no problem. As long as you're having fun. Getting harder and harder to get parts for these old AX10, SCX10. Yeah, that's the thing. That's what I said. Just keep driving until you can't, until there's a part you can't replace anymore. And that I would suggest, though, one piece of advice for Zach. Don't try and take the platform and change it in a way because you can't find parts. Like don't find don't be like, oh, I'm going to try and put these other parts on this thing to try and make, because like you're going to end up spending more money than you should on that. At that point, just buy a modern platform. And then if you want to upgrade and change things from there, do it. But don't try and take that old AX10 platform and like, this is not worth it. So just get new once it's time. AX10 is the OG. Kind of. The AX10, like, it was the original kit that you could buy all at once. OG is like Clodbuster, TXT, X Factor. Those three are like OG crawler, you know. Bruiser kind of, but like it never really could handle or hang with it. Like people did it, but like, yeah. Stock shocks, axles, wheels, you name it, it's all original. It was the first kit. Holy shit. You're still rocking rock lizards. I bet they still smell. What about the Tamiya trucks? That TXT and Clodbuster are both Tamiya. TLT was later, not OG. I still use SCX-10-2 RTR with some upgrades, but my birthday is in a month or so. Maybe I'll get an H10 optic. SCX-10-2 RTR, I would say the SCX-10-2 RTR was a better truck than the SCX-3s in most ways. Like, it didn't have an offset pumpkin, big deal. That was like the one thing. Like the SCX-3 was like a bit of a try hard in a lot of ways. And it just like they were just to try and get it like the SCX-10-2, one of the best released RCs of all time. Just absolutely one of the best. It was so good. CC01, that is ridiculous. CC01. Just because you could take it in places doesn't make it as. Yes, SCX-10. Now, SCX-10-2 better than SCX-3 in some ways, right? Like, just like the SCX, if I was buying one today, both trucks were in front of me and I was buying one, I would buy an SCX-3 probably, because the bodies were cooler. Things are built in better ways. Like the SCX-2, like, you know, had some shitty links. It had some stuff like you had to do a lot to it. But the 10-2 was just one of the best all-time RCs, like for its time. In the same way that I'm sure an RC10 was a pretty good car. XJ gang. That is the type of thing that I'm talking about in an exception. Like it was still a great truck in a, like that XJ body was the worst. For one, it was an XJ. Two, it was massive. Three, it was 3 times thinner than a piece of paper at the bottom of that body. Yeah, that's the TTO1 is the OG crawler kit. Just slap some Hyrax on it. You are great. Fight me. Freaking XJs. I'll die by the XJ. Yeah, probably from tetanus. Like that's why. I still haven't built my XJ. A little behind on project. God. The XJ body was huge. I put a cliffhanger. Yeah. What headlights am I running on my IJ? Well, my headlights are currently installed. As you can see there, these are the Incision Series 2 light set. And then you take off the outer housing, which I probably threw away already. And there is a printed circular housing that has everything and mounts up into the grill of the IJ. And they were done by Josh Toth at Thread and Resin. I assume he has them available somewhere. But these lights are wild bright. So, I mean, they've got a, great big heat sink on the back of them. And yeah, and then this light kit then also has the tail lights. So we'll get that all wired in. And this kit also has rock lights, which are right here still. And my thought is that I should modify the fenders to give this rock lights a spot to go in. Again, I should just get the goddamn truck done and move on, but we'll see. And since I'm going to reprint the fenders anyway, because of the parts that Eric Baker gave me today, he has them available on Umagine. Thank you, Nick. Series 3 soon. I don't know. I don't know. If it was coming out tomorrow, I wouldn't tell you today. So, you know, your grill is missing a few slots. The thing is, like, I've reprinted so many parts. Like this isn't even like the main parts of this stupid truck. This is just like the stuff I've reprinted recently because like in the process of because I remember like I reprinted the whole body basically. Because I did black, I did color change, I reprinted the whole core support, so that was in black instead. And then this was my original firewall. I replaced that with a black printed one. First version of the seats that didn't use the side mounting brackets. First version of the rear battery compartment. I reprinted the dash so that I could put in my Hot Boy gauge cluster. So there's just reprint after reprint for, the original electronics trays. Just gotta, I don't think I need any of this stuff. I should just throw it all away. But I need to go through that box one last time to make sure. So basically another IJ. Yeah, that's exactly it. Exactly. It's just I get it. Build a second IJ with all my reprint. I'm just like, think about it at the same time. Like, I don't need another one. Because the thing is, if I did another one, then I'd do another set of bumpers and sliders and cage. I'm like, I don't need to do all that. I already did it. What size OD is that tire? 475. 475 standard crawler tire, and it's on a 2.2 wheel. So 2.2 wheel, 475 tire. I'm glad that I did do foams. I don't think I vented these yet. No, I did not. I need to do that. Same with the Casadio Mog. I made the 6x6, reprinted a bunch and almost enough to build a 4x4. God. Speaking of finishing projects, what about the Woods Runner? I know. I need to get onto that one. I just have so many other projects. It's not going anywhere, but I have so many other projects. Yeah. Seems like 3D printing did part designing what digital cameras did to photography. Yeah, you just keep going. It's just like, just make another iteration. Just print it. We'll do it again later. Just print it. We'll do it. We'll try it, change it later, whatever. Just do it. Rather than, like digital cameras, photo, whatever. I can just take more. Where like previously, be very careful. Go through, take. Yeah. What do you think about Jay Constance making a 475 2.2? Cool. I think it's cool. I think there should be more sizes of 2.2 tires that aren't huge. So the 475 2.2s, I think that's rad. I'm super glad that they did that. U4, yeah, that's why I need to not start on the Woods Runner. I just need to work on the U4. Yeah. Just sell the Woods Runner to me for $5. I'll finish it. No. Any plans to come out to Call of Palooza this year? It all depends on timing. All depends on timing. How much will it cost me to get you to finish my wood shredder? No. More tire options equals more better. That's exactly it. I love tire options. Well, I say that, and then I run the same tire on half of my trucks. So I love the BFG crawler. I just do. Your guys' poop trays must be filled. Somebody who isn't into 3D printing to read that would be so uncomfortable. Yeah. You know what? I had emptied. I printed one that's like the largest size that you can make that will fit under the poop chute and be printed in one piece on the Bamboo H2D. So it's got a handle on it, but it's this. I mean, it's a bucket, and I dumped it out last week, 2 weeks ago. Whenever I got the laser, I think I dumped it out. So, how is Vittorio's drift car draft coming? Psh, ain't no drift car happening. What happened to the VW bug project you printed the cage with? It is this. That is what happened to it. This was that vehicle. That's, yeah. For those that don't remember it, here it is. Proline needs to bring back the flat iron. Hard pass. Hard pass. Josh, did you see the teaser for the Bamboo on the X2D? Thoughts? I did not see it. No, I did not. Crazy town. Did you watch Tommy's video, the LSRC clone machine body? No, Tommy did a video on it. Oh, that's disappointing. And did he call it out as that, or was he just? That's disappointing. I hate to hear that if not. That's a bummer. Yes, sorta. He sorta called it out. Did he still just like he called it out? Yeah, okay, that's good. Did he call it out in general, or did he just like mention it that it was like he referenced its full machine body kit though? That's a tough. I hate to see anybody because like he's gonna cover it and people are gonna go buy it. And like I mean, I get it. Like I covered it in the news, which I put a link to Elvis. That's good. Noted it in the thumbnail. Okay. He clearly called it out at the start of the video. I guess I'll have to go watch that. I hate to see like I called it out in the news, but I didn't like purchase it and build or buy it. Like, I don't know. I hate that because it's straight up IP theft. Like, the word stolen was in the video description. That's good. I still hate that he was like, he bought it or got it and covered it. Like, that's what I don't like. You know what I mean? That's the tough part. Oh, so the X2C is going to have a dual extruder head like the X2D. It like makes total sense. Which I have so I will say that I wouldn't bit of theft, isn't it? He bought it before he knew it was stolen. That is a valid situation because that shit happens all the time. All the time. Like you can't stay up to date on that stuff all the time, and that's gonna happen. So that makes total sense, and I could absolutely see how that happens. So yeah. About cheese before video. Yep, that makes that happens, then well, you know, I'll have to go watch it. I didn't see it pop up yet. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Bamboo X2C versus or X2D dual extruder. I will say that on the X1C, I would rather have. I don't know that I'd want the dual nozzle just because it does cut down on your build area usability. And I feel like the size of the X1C is just like the size that I want for that type of printer. So like reducing that, I would be like, not as hot on. I'll say that the X2D has far and away become my most favorite printer. That X2D is so good. The heated chamber, how controlled it is, how well it prints with good materials. That H2D is incredible. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna do some work tonight. That's why we're here. So I had zip tied this shit into place so that I could kind of figure out what to do. Oh no. I just realized that my soldering iron is down in the garage because I was having to solder some stuff. I don't remember what it was though. My thought here is that this I kind of want to solder the ESC to the motor because these barrel connectors are so big. Normally I appreciate that and I would rather not cut those, but for how tight everything is in a body like this, having that area taken up by those barrel connectors, bullet connectors, whatever you want to call them, is kind of a pain in the ass. So I think I would like to remove those. I've got servo. I just got my fancy servo lead crimpers. So I could shorten up the lead to the servo. Not this servo though, because we're changing that. Speaking of clones, have you seen the big time A86? I have. I did see that. I saw the first video and I don't think I finished it, but I did see it pop up. So now the other issue that I have here is that this shift servo here isn't going to reach where I need to be unless I flip some shit around, which actually shouldn't be a problem. Well, it's still a little bit too short. God damn it. Unless I'm gonna get it to go up the center. I might be able to do that without having to shorten everything then. I'm just trying to figure out how to get everything in here because I do still want to do a bit of some interior work and some stuff like that, just so that I want to, clean up the floorboards and all that. Andrew Moffat, thank you very much. I'm said friend that paints in the hobby room, getting a body done today. Cheers and beers. That's amazing. I will say that Matt was the one saying that he would never paint in his hobby room. I'm here for it. A little bit of, makes you smile more. Probably makes you have a better time. Also, don't paint in enclosed spaces, everybody. Don't do what Johnny Don't does, as Matt would say. But I more of a here for a good time guy. So. Mini servo horns cost too much. I like to not use mini servo horns whenever I can. I'm using these raw 100 minis because they use a full-size servo horn. And I have access to servo horns. So I don't have access to mini servo horns. Name of the crimper again. Been looking for small gauge ratchets for a while. These, I believe, are the IWCC iCrimp. And they are specifically the 2549s. So Can you see that there with the lighting? Eye crimp, $25.49. I believe that IWCC is the brand specifically. Yeah. New video today. They did coilovers, wheels, lights, and body kit. Oh, that's sick. Dart is here for a good time, not a long. That gold you suggested hit the spot. Tickled right behind the eyeballs. Painted enough in an enclosed area to tell the difference between colors by odor. We had a painter named the Dude. He was a seldom masker. Pancreas got. Oh, yep. Be careful. Be careful. I like printing with ABS in enclosed rooms. I will say that is one reason that my H2D is in the garage, and I'm happy about it, because that thing, honestly, I think that H2D prints 95% ABS. That's it. And so, garage, good. It's golden. Grant, purple tastes better than red. I will say I've had a bit of a life-changing situation here recently. Just, like my whole life had been super used to it, and as of late, a bit of a life changer. I had always preferred grape Jolly Ranchers, and recently I have determined that I actually like cherry Jolly Ranchers better, and that's taken some time to like really come to grips with. So, kind of reflecting on it recently, trying to deal with it, but it's, we'll get through. It's that vodka in that cup. Unfortunately, no, that is straight water. That is, I don't believe that I have anything else in this house. The long, tall Texan thing. Sorry, I called you on painting in your hobby area. To be fair, you said you didn't paint and you pulled the cap off with the starter shaking the can. Black tape is where it's at. What are we even talking about? Hello, blind guy. Thank you very much. Grape is still good. Grape is still good, but honestly, it's nothing is coming close. Blue raz is okay. I'll still pull a grape over a blue raspberry, but like, you put 5 grape on the table and 1 cherry, I'm grabbing that cherry. It's just happening. Cherry is king. Show the flex. It's got decent flex to it. Here's another 475. Oh yeah, a 475 crawls right underneath of it, no problem. So, or technically that's a 465. 465. But so yeah, it does pretty good. Someone had asked how the IJ body mounts. I saw that scroll past. So the IJ, normally there's these 4 pockets here, 2 and 2, and you use magnets like this, like a countersink in them, and you put them in here, and then you put some on the body, and then they snap together. I'm going to be rigid mounting mine through these 4 holes. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then that screws right into the rest of the body. There isn't a reason that I want to take the body off of mine unless it is very intentional. and tools are fine for that situation. I can get to my battery, I can plug everything else in, we're fine. But I don't want it to come apart in a tumble. So that is the reason. Watermelon is I think the only thing I like less than watermelon is green apple. Yeah. Yeah. No. Tropical? I don't know about that. Green apple. Yuck. Old school fire. I remember the fire. Those were good. Finally growing up. Soon you'll be switching to Werther's. I had a bag of them that came with the town car. Are you just flexing on us? Do they even make cherry? Listen, don't bring Uncrustables into this conversation. This conversation was about Jolly Ranchers. Grape Uncrustables are still unbeatable. Hard stop. That's I added a carbon filter to my fan port on the X1C and print ABS all the time with no order. That is good. I do not have a filter on my X1C in here. So it pretty much only prints PLA. It's really all it prints. PLA CF, standard PLA. Two things. You don't remember oh God, I kind of do now. Well, somebody's like, yeah, I forgot about that. That was like 4 or 5 years ago, right? 5, 6. Dang. Mango and fruit punch. Jolly Ranchers mango? I love mango, but I don't know about Jolly Ranchers. First world life changes. Ripping. Now, the tires. Ridiculous. All right, let's get some freaking work done. You guys are an absolute murderer on productivity. Blame you all. Okay. We'll use the VAM pliers that got sent to me because why not? Since I'm going to swap out the servo. Shocks pulled off to make that easier. Work? What the hell is this Friday night? I finished my entire small form factor gaming PC and have Windows installing while you're dicking around. You're not the one working over there. Small form factor. Miss me with that. No, I'm kidding. I love small form factor builds. They're so much more expensive to do than just a regular PC. What are you doing building a PC these days? Made out of money? It's ridiculous. I got an invitation to cover another new 3D scanner from somebody. Not the one I was talking about on Wednesday, but another one. But this one was for a company it was a very nice, a very high-end scanner, but it was PC only, and I don't have a PC currently. And I was just like, well, let me look at what it would take for me to get a PC that would be capable of running a machine like this, just because I could use a PC anyway. I wouldn't mind doing some more like BeamNG gaming and such. And then I realized what computer hardware was currently going for. And I was like, oh, I am going to go ahead and wait on that. I was thinking I'll just go ahead and keep gaming on my Gran Turismo. Like, yeah. Apple is to RTR as PC is to kit building. I'm aware. I've built my share of PCs. I've done it several times. I had a thin-turd servo horn on here. I was not very serious about my servo game when I the DJ Khaled of 3D scanners. What? All right. Pull that servo out. So we're going to replace the raw 500 with the smart 900. There we go. More tools. Sounds like just for. I'm aware of what it sounds like. So yeah, no, yeah. Pliers over MIP open and wrenches. Yeah, I generally prefer pliers, other than every once in a while. My go-to is this Craftsman 5.5. That is the next thing that is even, but for most of the time, like when I, especially disassembling, I got to try and hold that rather than like, yeah. Pliers are just so good, so easy. And the MIP opens, I love my MIP tools that I have, but I don't run the opens. Okay. Guess we might as well get the servo installed, right? Do you not have a PC, or how do you not have a PC and do it? Everything is programmed as PC. Well, everything on used to be PC. A lot of things are Bluetooth now. And I do have a PC just for programming. It's just a Surface Tab that it's a full Windows computer, but I only have this for situations where I have to program something RC that requires Windows. That's the whole reason I have this. Nothing else. But honestly, I have to almost never. I almost never have to use that anymore. There's almost nothing that I require doing that means I have to use a PC. It's wild. You know, like previously, that used to be, you know, I could only use PC because that runs on ARM, not a PC. It runs full Windows, therefore a PC. It's not it's not the tablet, setup. It's the full Windows setup. So I have a Surface Tab that runs whatever version of, tablet software those are on. Okay. Drunken RC, thank you very much. Current dilemma. Put 5.1 2.2s on my optic on Riots, but I don't know that I love it. But I'm looking at the 4.75s on 2.2, better look. It's a tough call. I really like the look of 4.75 tires on 2.2s. This is an optic wheelbase. It's running optic links all the way around, optic axles, 4.75 on 2.2. I really like it. Your performance with the 5.1s is going to be a little bit better. But yeah, Raw over smart every time. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The smart 900, smart 1100, some of my favorites. The I don't even remember the other. I don't remember the highest raw ones they have, but telling you. Where's the doll for the driver's seat? It will absolutely not get one of those. 1.9 traps on 2.2s look good also. Yes, they do. Can I have some? Oh, I think oh yeah, I took them all off the wheels already because I used the wheels for my speed build. Not speed. Handling on road. I don't know. Do you remember the Windows phone that was made by Nokia? I do. The one that Kelly Rowland was texting Nelly on in Microsoft Excel. Raw 800 is the biggest. The Raw 800 is a great servo. Wait, the 800 LP, that's not a Raw, is it? Yeah, I don't think so. What's your second favorite tire? Oh, it is the Raw 800 LP. Okay, yes, I do love that for a low profile servo. But if I've got the room, I'm going to a Smart 900 over that Raw 800 every time. I like the 800 LP specifically because it's the LP. But yeah, second favorite tire. That's a great question. I don't know if I have a second favorite. I like crawlers the best. And then everything else is just what feels right on a build. It's like the builds are crawlers the right choice? If yes, run crawlers. If no, feel it out. So, yeah. There you go. Has to be TSLs. That is the only other option. It's like if every other tire on the market is non-existent, then run TSLs. Otherwise, never TSLs. Okay, I need to plug this in and get it dialed in quickly. Let's grab a servo horn. I have my bag of servo horns still. Just these are all servo horns that are do you ever run J Concepts? Absolutely. I've run them a bunch of times. These are all just like what would you call these? Blems. They're all Blem servo horns. So these are my personal ones then. Oh, there's still one in there. Got one. They're almost all Blems from lasering. So they're all, they all work great. They just have screwed up lasering. Like this one got lasered twice. So like the Vanquish is, see how it's like not legible? There's two shots of it on top of each other. Can't sell that. Therefore, bag of servo horn. I don't know how long I've been running this bag of servo horns. Getting all the air out of it. Have you gone through that bag of hubs yet? I actually did go through the first bag of hubs. And then I had to grab the second bag from my toolbox at work. So this is my last supply of Blem 350 hubs. So, yeah, there you go. It's big. Functional but ugly, exactly. All right, so we're gonna get I got my servo tester plugged into my power supply, my little digital power supply. So turn that on, turns that on, and I can plug my servo into it. What about 475s? I don't have any Blem 475s. 350s are my favorite hub anyway. So therefore, my Bago Blems happens to be pretty convenient for me. So plug that guy in, fire up. He is centered there. So now I can get that put in place. There you go. I do love this toolkit tester. This is the ST8. So good. Did you lose your H10 wheels at the lake? Yep. Sure did. I blame Vittorio. Do I need to change links when I'm making my VRD stance four-wheel steer? Yep, you will have to change links. The front or the upper links specifically are going to have to change. So rear upper links are going to have to change if you want proper angles and all that kind of stuff. I don't know exactly what length you need, though, so I can't help you with that. Funny how that worked out, right? That my favorite size hub happens to be the one that I have an unlimited supply of. Limitedly unlimited, but so yeah, I fully agree. 124 millimeter on a VRD. That sounds like the proper number for a H10. It could be right. I guess H10 does use the same lower links in the rear, so it's a possibility. So sorry, I thought it was H10. Yep, I was gonna say that sounds like the H10 number. That doesn't sound. What qualifies as a Blem hub? So if you take one of these out, and do I have a wheel without a hub in it? I can grab one. Damn it, they all have hubs. That doesn't matter. I'll just explain it. You guys can't see it anyway. Anyway, so the steps, if you're looking at the outside, you got the outside diameter, right? And then you've got the inner, the hub-centric lip, right? This lip that sits up the highest. That lip, the outside diameter of it, which would be the second OD here, it is supposed to be cut specifically to a size that fits and keys into the wheel so that it keeps it hub centric, so that everything is perfectly round as it's going, so that the screws aren't necessarily carrying the load as much as that center hub is. They're just keeping the rotation. Anyway, this is like 2 thou out of tolerance, too big. So like when you go to install it in the wheel, you have to like set it on there, and then you have to give it a little bit of a press in. You don't have to like force it, but you have to kind of press it in. And then if you want to take it out, you gotta take it and you have to tap it out. So it's not the proper fit, but it works. And once you've installed them and then taken them out, putting them back in, they're set. Like they go right in then later. But so way to mess up showing failures. I can't find any Wi-Fi adapters. Oh, isn't that a bummer? So blem equals too girthy. That is one way to put it. Just going around pliers. If I need a product, I can just grab it. But like with these hubs, like I could just grab hubs every time I need them. But like it feels like such a waste because otherwise this bag would have just gone in the recycle. It just would have. We were never going to sell them to people as a blem. It's just like putting stuff as blem out there specifically, like when it's a bad fitment. If it's a part that has a cosmetic blemish or is slightly off the proper color shade, that's fine. You can sell that to somebody as a known whatever and move on. But if it like doesn't fit, that's just not good to put out there. So I was just like, you know what? Those are mine now. I bet I've had those 2 bags for 8 or 9 years now. So, wouldn't it be cheaper to hire someone to press it in and tap out the hub from a wheel than call it good? No, not really. Because for one, it's going to leave a noticeable mar in it. Also, the amount of time it takes to do that, and then you're going to wear out the blank unless you machine one that is out of a harder material. So like, no, in general, trying to rekey something like that up to either take a cut or something, it just doesn't make sense to do, unfortunately. Just time and the confidence level that you would have that it would then be within the proper spec, get measured again. It's just not worth it. So, yeah. What electronics are you running on your micros? It's a great question. I've got, micros? Is that 1/3? What? I don't remember what the scales mean anymore. The names for the scales. Which car specifically do you mean? So I can answer that question properly. I worked for a machine shop and scrapped parts and worn inserts instead to recycle, and led to shop barbecue. Yeah, I mean, I should turn this off. You know, if you guys could see it, like it took there was a bit of time that it took to like get to fully understand what it takes sometime in a machine shop. Like there's been times I've filled 55-gallon drums full of finished parts that are, that were current parts, not now, but then, like current parts, and it was because like they were a lot of like customer service parts and things like that. And they were just in certain areas, but like they were handled in a way by people previously that didn't have the discipline to either note or mark or dispose of parts that were bad. So like a part might have been bad and for some reason they kept it, but it might have been in with other things. So like there was so much of it, you couldn't tell what was good and what was bad because it was just all old customer service stuff. So I was like, you know what? It's not worth going through and trying to test and check every one of these parts. Just scrap all of them. It would make some people cry so hard. I'm pretty sure I have photos. Actually, I know I have some photos of it. I'll see if I can pull one up here. 24 scale. Okay. PureTech. I've got PureTech Python Pro in one of them. I've got a small little AM32 one of some sort in another one. And I had some problems with the Python Pros at first, and that's when I tried these other little ones. And then I ended up having more issues with that little one. I can't remember who it was from at the time. I think it was actually like a dinky RC one. And I just had more problems with it. And it was more glitchy than my other ones. I ended up going back to Python Pros. That's been a while though, since I've ran the 24 scale stuff. And then I've got Reefs 179s in my 4-wheel steer and my little 2-wheel steer comp one as well. Yeah. What percentage of manufacturing budget is acceptable for blems? Oh man. Fraction of a percent? I mean, for us, like if I was scrapping 1% of parts, I would be furious if 1% was, so, you know, like a 1/10 of a percent, maybe. Like that would, I guess, maybe be reasonable. I don't scrap that much stuff regularly. Might be a part here or there that comes out of a run, something, tool breaks. You know, if a tool breaks in the process of making 6 or 8 parts, and the machine checks that, finds it, airs that out, most of the time it doesn't make sense to just replace the tool and then rerun that project. Most of the time it's just more efficient to just pull that out, scrap it, put a new piece of material in, and let it run. So, how often are you ordering metal for the shop? Every week. Yeah, every week. We keep a stockpile of material. So like I have, call it, 2 or 3 months of most material, but some of my highest volume sizes, I'm ordering every week. Yeah. How many blem parts, chassis, bodies did you make for the H10 Origin that would make us cry? I mean, during the initial phase, going through testing, proofing programs, I bet there was, 10 or 15, 10 maybe worth of like, this isn't fully right. There's an imperfection here, scrap it, move on. Some of that stuff was kept though for like some level of testing. How many pounds are you getting in? Oof. Depends on the week. 10,000? 10,000 pounds? 12,000? 15,000? All depends. God damn. Then I'm over budget on my Project IJ throwaway prints as well. Whoa. Let's not talk about printer blems. Long-time listener, first-time caller here. When it comes to radios, do you use multi-model, expensive, or mid-range price radios, or do you use radios that come? So, this question would have really changed depending on when you asked me in my RC career. Up until, I'd call it 3 years ago, probably 3 years ago, I only used Futaba radios, and I pretty much stuck with my like 7PX, 10, 7PX, 10PX, maybe a 4PL here or there, 4PX, some shit like that, whatever. But then as of late, I'm actually running a FlySky G11P. I also ran the Radio Master for a while. It was powerful, but terrible. And now I run a G11P from FlySky. Now I do tend to want my rigs on one radio. My rigs end up being on many radios just because I have so many of random radios now. But my situation isn't something that you can really, it's not worth drawing parallels to for most people. Like I don't have this Noble because I wanted the Noble. I have it because I had to do a video review for something else. And I was like, oh, it only works for a Noble. And they're like, oh, we'll send you the Noble. I'm like, well, okay. That's great for me. But like, that's not a feasible reason to say. I've got the Noble and I've got the G11P. I prefer my G11P. It's a radio that's half the cost. I prefer it. Noble's fine and all, but I like the much cheaper one better. Yeah. So fun things. Inventory turn rates would drive me nuts as a parts serviceman. Ah, that's uh, we get a lot of steel from all around the machine shop I work in. Steel is something that it de my what I use for steel is it kind of depends on availability of time. Aluminum, I'm very picky. I only allow one brand of aluminum in one grade that they make. Because a lot of, like, if it was like Alcoa, which we don't use Alcoa, or we don't use Alcoa, we don't use Hydro, but like they'll have, T6, 661 T6, but they'll have like 3 different grades of it. And we only allow a very specific grade. So, or very, of theirs. It's top grade of the line of the material that we use. So yeah, we do not use Alcoa. We get all our stainless bars from Italy. My stainless, I'm usually, well, pretty much all of the stainless that I use is for our Swiss style machines. Our Citizens is the brand of the machine, like the watch. And with that stuff, we use a precision ground Swiss material. Here, made for Swiss machines, not a Swiss manufactured. Less talky, more worky. I'm moving that way. Where did my little servo clamps? Just get in there, little buddy. Servo. Get my driver in the right angle. I feel like working with one hand like this oftentimes is how it feels like when you're trying to shoot an Instagram reel while trying to get some work done. I know when Lunsford was ordering titanium for their products, they were using high grade Russian titanium. Yeah, I mean, man, Lunsford is such an interesting deal. They were Lunsford was using just like really, really old machines that nobody really knew how to use except the owner. Parts weren't really available anymore. And then when they were done, they're just like, you know what? We're done with the business. Just close up shop. Just close it up. Melt down Coors Light beer cans. Yeah. So we did make sure that we centered the servo first so we can just reattach all this stuff and we'll be safe. Famous last words. My servo horn screw is slightly, I think I must have got a little Loctite on the old screw there, and it's not wanting to come out of the pivot ball. Okay, there we go. What was the train this morning? That is called the Union Pacific Big Boy 4014. It is a historically significant steam engine. And I have now exhausted all of the information that I know about the train. I don't know anything else about it. I'm waiting for the final release on this project. Foamer, yeah. Is that a Holmes Team or Pro BEC? This is the Pro version. Since I'm not going to be running it direct, and since I'm running a small little V3 with the very tiny BEC, I needed to be able to power all 3 of the servos that I have in this rig. So for that reason, I am using the Pro, which will power my receiver, which will then distribute the power to my servos. HR said you had twaining to do. Funny enough, next week, I have to spend the week twaining on our new CMM, which is going to be quite a pain. It's like, I think my plan is at this point, like I am going to stay there for some of it, but I think I'm going to come home Wednesday night so that I can sleep in my own bed, say hello to Nicole, do the live stream, and do the racing, and then go back. So, you know, the random, your Kansas City buddy I met out here said you sent him a truck, but he sent it back. I could have, but he sent it back. He sent a truck. I don't know which truck that is. Which friend? Which friend in Kansas City? That may help to narrow it down for me. Is she doing any better or still suffering? It's still not good. It's still uncomfortable, but she's getting through it. Hello, Dawson. Did you see the light show last night? I did. That California thunderstorm was a nice little, it was like a good little teaser of what a real thunderstorm is. Makes me miss a good Midwest thunderstorm. Nicole and I say that all the time. That's what we miss. Oh, run. Shit. That's right. Aaron hasn't been in Kansas City for a while, though. Good old Ron. He and I traveled a lot together. What are you driving next week? Jimmy's, Bean Hollow, Rockabilly at Diablo. I feel like Rockabilly. I think Rockabilly's are the move next week. Yeah. And where did the hell that other thing go? And this guy. I got to film this little thing. The little Furatech titanium buggy. But I can probably drive that in the parking lot of a Denny's somewhere. So, cannabis oil for shingles should at least make it more better. Oh, it's supposed to use the oil? Shit, she's been doing it wrong this whole time. She's been taking Uncle Arnie's, and you haven't seen lightning until you've seen it east of the Mississippi. I mean, there's some you'd find a good Midwest thunderstorm. It's rivaled. Did you end up selling your C1 Porsche? No, did not. Don't want to either. Don't want to sell it. The price that I put on it when someone asks is the I don't want to sell it price. So Midwest counts too. Yes. So, okay. Servo's in. That's a good start. That is a piss poor amount of progress for how much time I've been quote unquote working. Get in there. All right. Put a couple of zip ties on this just to make sure everything stays in place. Ooh. Zuki is huge. It dwarfs the IJ. You know, I totally understand. That doesn't surprise me at all that it dwarfs an IJ because it's got to fit on the same wheelbase, yet it's of a vehicle that's much tinier. So, like, that's just gonna happen. 2 hours later, servo is installed. Yeah, dude, I know. Which is kind of true if you count the 30-minute member. End this show so we can do some racing. You know what, Matt? It is 8 o'clock. That is technically racing time. And I'm obviously not going to get this thing wired up. So this episode turned into I got the servo installed and not plugged in. You know, I don't have the soldering iron up here anyway. Geoguessr? You know what? If we're gonna just make everybody, I'm gonna do 2 rounds of geoguessing. Great work, stream over. Matt, 2 rounds of Geoguessr. And then it's race time. Because I'm wanting to do some racing. Matt's been bragging about how fast he's been getting. And I need to go 3 and we have a deal. We can do that. There was obviously no way I was getting that whole car wired anyway. We could all sense that by the pace that I was working. Let's race yourself, Matt. All right, getting everything resized here, getting my windows done. Why can't I? So weird when I have to do this little split screen thing. So like, looking at you're supposed to be nice people. So you're gonna do the group in the lobby like what? Yep, sure am. Okay, so we are gonna do United States because that's where it is. Nitro Pro or Reefs? I don't know what that means. Matt would probably do. He probably would. Okay, so I did spend way too much time this weekend. I did like an hour and 20-minute round, and so that I could get a perfect score without Googling. Like that's no Googling still, but I was able to get a perfect score in an hour 20. Oof. This looks like kind of Florida-esque, but city of Jacksonville. There we go. We are in Florida. I was going to say this looks Florida, but it doesn't look Florida. So Jacksonville, that makes total sense. Are we on a highway by chance? We're coming into the city limits of Jacksonville. That also helps. Let's see how close we can get. Is there anywhere for people to watch y'all race without a PS5? Matt and I are still trying to figure out how to do the streaming in a good way. North Marine and Piney Green. Which way? We are going southwest, so northeast, southwest. So we're going to be like I mean, what is this road? State Road 22. Bland. What did I say? Southwest, northeast. The wrong way. New Kings. Just trying to find the name of these to see if I can Turner. Find a road going the right direction. Entering the town area, which nothing is immediately popping out. Pleasant. I don't even remember the name of the street now. That's going the opposite direction. Okay, we're just going to say outskirts over there. We're going to roll it. Can't wait for you. I don't know what that is going to be. Let's guess. It was coastal. Oh my God. Well, this isn't going to be our Florida, huh? So I said, it's like, it looks Florida. It doesn't look like Florida, Florida. Well, I was right. God damn you, microwave cinnamon. Holy shit. I feel like that one was a trap. Someone picked that because it was just right. Oh, there's more than crazy how there's more than one Jacksonville. Son of a bitch. Now tell me this isn't Florida. We got palm trees. Doesn't really look sandy soil, but it's maybe it's Georgia. No, this is Florida. God damn it. They seriously, that was a trap for sure. Oh, my gaspers have been flasted or flabbered. So not seeing a lot of pools. Oh, look at that Chevy with the billet grill and the clear corners. Damn. Texas. Oh shit. It could be Texas. Are you smelling toast? I gotta. Could it be like Corpus Christi level Texas? Let's look to see if we see any basements anywhere. All this is looking pretty slabby to me, but Texas doesn't have a lot of basements either, do they? Damn it. Not serious. You're not wrong though. Sometimes Texas. I'm gonna go. I guess this is probably just like northern Florida again. I'm basically gonna go back to Jacksonville and somehow get Massateau County, something like that. Doesn't sound familiar to me. Manatee County, Florida. There we go. Manatee County. That doesn't necessarily help me. I don't know where Manatee County is, but let's call it Osceola. Yeah, I don't know where Manatee County is. It doesn't, let's see. Um, it feels northern, like Jackson, Palm, Stewart, somewhere throughout that area. Um, Braden. Oh, Braden. Oh, that's right. Freedom Factory's Manatee. I've heard him talk about that on the streams. So, or on the Freedom Factory. So let's just go. Freedom Factory's out here. Lake Manatee. 13 miles. It was in town. That's fine. I'll take 13 miles. Anything under 100 is a winner. You know, well, anything's better than our first one. Fort Path. We're in a military community, it looks like. I'm willing to bet. With this much brick, we're definitely not in Louisiana. This definitely looks military. So I'm thinking maybe northeast. I mean, we're in Texas. Isn't that Texas? Texas Star? Like just the number of well, we're somewhere warm because it's freaking Christmas and shit's still green. Yeah, we're definitely quite a ways. So, okay, I'm gonna go with Texas. Where is? I'm telling you, it feels like a military area. Is there a base near Houston? Anybody know a base near Houston? Hurston? Thinking Dallas, Houston, Dallas, Fort Worth. Just I don't know my base areas, but PH. Let's see. Anywhere north Dallas. I'll go with that. Let's just throw Westfield. Actually, I've been humbled tonight. Fort Hood and Waco. That I know the name. I don't know where it's at. Oh, Waco's way up here. Fort Worth. It's named after a fort. So, okay, that's also. Let's go with it. God, it was Houston. Son of a. Not a military area. Just felt like it. We know that this isn't the round. We know now. Oof, this is an interesting area. Okay, this is the northeast, right? Oops, grabbed the edge and shrunk my window. Detroit. Yikes. Oh, nothing here looks old black ass neighborhood. Yeah, I mean, we don't have a sports flag on the front porch. We don't have any discernible, other than the houses being close, which makes me think, you know, east-ish, but they're not so close to be like anything. Okay. The houses are big enough that it's not fully northeast. This could easily be a college area too, spinless density homes. Yeah, I mean, traffic control. Is that a, no. 630? 630 doesn't mean anything to me. I don't think. Let's see. $708. Illinois or Indiana? Yeah, I mean, let's just say it's Illinois for and then we'll go with the college town thing, and we'll go the headquarters of Horizon Hobby in Champaign, Illinois, where the University of Illinois is. Champaign. It just does not feel like Champagne. I will double down on that, but we're just gonna throw her in there. Yeah, it was Chicago for sure. Listen, we're just gonna burn through this round because we wasted it on our Jacksonville. Next brew house. God. Hey Mall. Man, this looks like Missouri. Shitty roads, lots of open space, big ass. That's not a Missouri. That's not how Missouri does signs. This could be a local thing that there's signs though. Des Moines. Well, I wasn't too far off. $7.2 miles. That'll do. Okay, that was hot garbage. Somehow I won that round still. I don't know how. That went real bad. We weren't anywhere near gold. That's okay. Or some shit. Defunct Mall USA. Yeah, anywhere in the Midwest, really, right? All right, we're doing two more. This one plus one. We're gonna see if we can get a gold. This looks California. This looks this kind of looks Northern California. Oh, got it. No, that ain't Northern California. That's Southern California. Yeah, Southern California for sure. Am I going to be able to nail this down? No. We're just gonna say Riverside area. What this is not my night. This is absolutely not my night. Looks like the Strip. I got too ahead of myself. I should have known. See, that's how this whole night has gone. because now you see now I'm in GT7 mode. I'm in race mode, not in Geoguessr mode. That was weird how it jumped. Oof, this definitely. I mean, this is anywhere Midwest, man, right? Think too fast because you're ready. What does that say? Ah, damn it, Tasmanian Devil. I was hoping it was a sports team on the back. Man, this guy's got a lot of front yard action going on. He didn't used to. Somebody new moved in. Whole block went to shit. Ooh, those tall, spindly trees in the background sure made me think like Southeast more than Midwest. Whereas seamless gutters, you're gonna have it. 919. Okay. Okay. 919. Oop, God. Keep doing that by accident. Let's see. Yeah, I got nothing. I stayed in a hotel and had to give a witness statement there. Where? There's some 3D printed foam. There are some 3D printed foam trimmers. Wait, what? Virginia? I don't think Virginia's 911, isn't it? What happened to three rounds? Chapel Hill, California. This feels more East Coast. Like these tall, spindly trees over here. I mean, could be Virginia. It just doesn't feel like Virginia. Raleigh area. Yeah, North Carolina. North Carolina sounds more likely. Raleigh, yeah, I could. 919 sounds more correct. That's we'll fire North Carolina in there. Probably near Jacksonville. Such horseshit. All right. Suburb land. $6.3. Good guess. Mexico. Listen, Buck. We got racing to do here in a minute. Listen, Robert's done some shady stuff. You can't be having that around here. Oh, armored. Is that a Ford? Or what did Ford turn into? I can't remember who. Ford tractors used to be blue. I don't remember who it is now, though. God, this is just. It's just UP. I got nothing. I got nothing. New Holland is Ford. That sounds right. An ice stand, a freestanding ice stand. We're around a lake of some sort. $1.50. Ice House America. Let's see. Cozumel Medical Plaza. I mean, it can't be Cozumel, I know, because that's Mexico. So it's just close. It's just got to be close, right? So just Texas somewhere. I think my brother's name is, or my brother's, no, his phone number's not set. My parents' phone number in the Lake of the Ozarks. Okay, we're definitely in Texas. Okay. We're just going to go, it's got to be Houston. I mean, Houston or San Antonio. Let's just call it Houston. Let's call it 17 miles. Close enough. Do Cadbury cream eggs have a shelf life? I mean, it says cream in the name. I feel like you're safe. I mean, they're not refrigerated. You got to be fine. You got to be fine. What was Matt saying? Matt talking shit up here? Mount Sinai Deliverance Church. What? Well, shit, we got the whole ass address here, and it says that it's Mount Sinai. Like, I mean, I guess we just got to find O Street. Is that what it says? South 3518 O Street? It's 3516. So we just got to figure out how their streets are set up. 35 Street. Oh, it's O Street. Unless it's set up as 35th and O. E, F, 35. G, J, K, L. Then does it just skip from O? Are you effing kidding me? They had everything. M. This is outrageous that they would just skip. I don't know. 30. We're just going to send it over here because that's where it should be. 1,400 yards. Where was O Street? Oh, it was a D. Shit, it's D. I didn't notice that it was a D. I could have swore that was an O. Whatever. We were still pretty close. 1,400 yards. Like, what the shit? Oh, New Mexico, Arizona, Nevada, Arrowhead. Oh, wow. God, this could be Colorado or Wyoming even. Like, yikes. Yeah, these houses are kind of wild. Big ass shops with them too. Utah, right there. Authority Roofing. 801. 801, matter of fact, 305. Mormon country? Absolutely. All right. Well, which way are we looking here? Southeast at the hills. We see mountains anywhere? It's going to determine how close we are to like Salt Lake. I do love Utah. Let's just see if high country behavioral health. High country. Does that mean high desert? I don't know what high country means in Utah. Like up here, of course, you have the mountain range. So does that mean eastern side? That's what I saw that on the hospital, but I didn't know if that was the name of a city, or if that was just like the name of a hospital. Um, I just don't know what high country means. The Great Salt Lake. Near US 84. I don't know where any of these places are. I don't know where Murray or US 184 is. I know where Highway 70 is through this whole place. Enoch, Milford. Like I know these areas a little bit. Like I guess it could be in that area between like St. George and Cedar City. It does feel like that, but I feel like you can see mountains that whole way so much more. It doesn't feel like that. What? None of this stuff looks familiar. I'm just gonna say north of Layton. Where the fuck is Layton? Way north of Salt Lake City. I was just gonna go to the north side because it said high country and north is high. Nope. It was in a different state entirely. You mother. Is it in Colorado? No, it was in Wyoming. What the shit is that? Just so close to the border. Northeast of Syracuse. Killing me, Buck Dandy. We did get close to gold, though, even for how shitty of a round that was. We're doing the last one now. Here we go. Do it. One more and done. In the middle of fucking. Oh my god. We buy a prison? Look at that rock wall. Is this Texas? Look at that wall. Man. That is. You got old Grand Am. Taurus. Man, this might be like. Oh, it looks like West. It does. That's the kind of wall you build when you hate your neighbors. That's like when you hate them for years. Um, keeps the zombies out. This this has gotta be Texas, doesn't it? Like, I mean, we're just gonna have to fire this thing in here because God is good. This is Texas for sure. That front bumper, yeah, we're in Texas. Um, Florence, yeah. We're gonna say Lubbock. Outside Midland, Lubbock. That's feels like the same energy to me. I'm good with that. 116 miles. It was New Mexico. That's all this. It's the same land in there. That's for sure. That was reasonable guesses in either spot. Yeah, somebody else guessed Lubbock. That was exactly what I was thinking. Look at that storm. That storm blowing through. Okay. We thinking Northeast. What do you guys think? Holiday Market. Any type of Rite Aid. Yeah, Rite Aids. Giant? I've never heard of a Giant franchise. I am unfamiliar with your game. Whew, not Texas. Giant is PA. Okay. Like it definitely feels Northeast like that. Oh, Giants are really big. I see what you did there. Giant was big here in Michigan. It's still around, but smaller in size. Interesting. I've never heard of that chain. These hills do not look like Michigan to me, though. Two for $3 mix and match. How old is this? You can't get anything for that out here. Of course, PA has right. Newport, New Bloomfield, South, or Newport. Okay. Well, Rite Aid went bankrupt a year ago. Hey, okay. That's good. Bennett, Blake, Rite Aid, Subway. Oh, what do we got here? No states, only federal fines. Interesting. Okay. Rapid transit. I need to go back to these signs. Lewis. All of these names sound Northeast, like new whatever, all of that. Like they all just, that's how all the town names are in the North. So we're just sticking Pennsylvania. East, Middletown. I can't remember what that sign said now. Miffenburg. I think it said Newport. Yeah, it did say Newport. Is there anything up here that says Newport? Allentown. Everything is town, this and that. All right. I'm not going to do this for very long. just gonna. No, shit. I double clicked. How far off was I? I clicked way down here. I was trying to be. Oh, I was so much. Oh, son of a bitch. That screwed me. I mean, this. I swear, they've. 20. They are just. Are we there? I mean, this. This almost feels old. Like, it feels like Texas again to me, but it could just be the really shitty old Google Maps car. Propane tanks. Oh, I don't know. Feels like Laramie, Wyoming. How are we not getting any? Like, this imagery is so bad. Cougar's Den. No. You can't even read that sign. Fort Simcoe. I don't know where that is. That's nothing. Did it say Yakima? I guess I totally missed anything that's. How can. I'll just go with Yak. I missed that sign, I guess, but like everything here is so old. We found Cougar's Den. Now I gotta go there one day. Okay. Spelled different. It's not Yakima, it's Yakima. Yeah, that Washington State. Does this look like what? This feels so much further south. Okay, we're just gonna. I'll fire one in there in Washington, but I'm gonna see. Yeah, Yakima with an I, like IMA. They have a Yakima and a Yakima. That's some bullshit. That feels straight up rude. That feels like a screw up in the GPS waiting to happen. 166 miles. Was it near the other Yakima? Eight, 4, 3. Told you, White Swan. Stop staring at me, Swan. All right. Well, I happen to know 843 pretty well. Well, I know 2 people with phone numbers in 843, so Glassworks. I mean, this doesn't look totally coastal, but 843 is Charleston from what I know. 843 is North Carolina? No, I think it's South Carolina. Unless they're both. I just know somebody, 2 people who live in Charleston and have 843. 50 mile. Was it North Carolina? Oh, wait, no. I don't know. Wasn't too. Oh, it was further south than me. Okay. That's not terrible. I'll take that. Hawaii. We're looking west up the hill, and we're right by the coast, which is to the northeast. We're in beautiful area with a not huge town to our direct east. So ocean to the northeast. Okay. So northeast, that means we're definitely not going to be on Big Island. Maui, that looks reasonably appropriately sized. Northeast. Let's just send it right in here. 1.6 miles. Yeah, we were just a little bit too far east. Super close, though. That one made sense. Still didn't get us to gold, but that was good enough. That'll get us, that got us close. So I'm done for the evening. I'm going to go do some GT7 racing. So I appreciate all of you for hanging in there with my very productive evening. But that will do it for this one. So I appreciate you guys once again. Hit the like button on your way out if you're still here and somehow you put up with watching Geoguessr. I appreciate you all. Yes, good night, and I'll. Ooh. Oh, shoot. Next week is cinnamon roll live. Baking cinnamon rolls live is the plan. I forgot to get that announced. Hopefully, I'll make sure everything is good, and we'll get that announced in advance because that could be a grand old time. From a tube? No. From like ingredients, I think. All right, everybody. See you later. I got to go race. Goodbye.